So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Navamsa video of the week. And today we're going to be covering Venus in the 11th house of your D9 Navamsa chart. And what happens when Venus is in Shukra is in the 11th house of your D9 Navamsa. And as always, if you do not know, what planet replacements you have in your Navamsa chart, which is, very, very important chart in Vedic astrology, which kind of shows the strength of your planets, the married life, the fortune through, your deeds and your marriage. It's pretty much the juice of your planets. Um, if you don't know that, please check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report under the shop section, include my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I teach all the secrets of astrology, especially nakshatras, which are my favorite subject. So anyway, Venus in the 11th house. So Venus, as you know, is perhaps the most important planet to analyze in Navamsa, because Venus is the Atmakarka of Navamsa. It is the soul of the Navamsa. Why? Because it's about marriage. It's about unionship. And Navamsa is about marriage and unionship. And so in the 11th house, what is the 11th house? 11th house represents fulfillment of desires through marriage, liquid gains through marriage, support system of people, support system of organization, or a large group for on behalf of your marriage. Like, for example, whenever you have malefics in the 11th, many people might be against your marriage. When you have a benefic planet like Venus, everybody wants to celebrate your marriage. Now, what I'm saying here again is a neutral position of Venus as a foundation. I'm not covering any signs of Venus in the Navamsa, which will definitely differentiate its quality. But 11th house Venus most definitely shows, first of all, the greatest desire for marriage. However, that desire has a little bit of soliloquy related to fulfilling one's desire. If I get married, I can get this. I want a spouse who's like this, and I want, so this way, perhaps I can get the big home that I want. I can get that dream car that I want. In back of the mind, a person, as much as they love, they have the romance, they just passionately want you, and they'll give you everything as a true partner. But there's always a little bit of agenda with every planet in the 11th house. They're all looking to fulfill some desire that they have. Also, one desire could be that I need a partner who's going to give me that movie like romance, who's going to give me that like Bollywood like romance. The other thing we see with this particular Venus is that after marriage, one loses interest in either work or especially working for other people. Something happens where a person just does not get along with bosses, does not get along with authorities. They rebel against authorities. Also, one thing you will notice when Venus is in the 11th house, and once you get married, after marriage, you will make many friends from either Middle East, Jewish culture, Muslims, and they will be great supporter of you. You'll make many people from different caste and religion who will support you and try to fulfill your hopes, wishes, and desires more than somebody from your own culture. The other thing we see is that especially if you have an elder sister, not a brother, elder sister, after marriage, you will gain through your elder sister immensely. It could even have, and I've seen this, okay, where elder sister does not give you any fixed asset, probably doesn't have anything to give, doesn't have money to give you for any of that. So how will they help you with your hopes and desires? Your elder sister may just give you some idea over a coffee. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And perhaps, things will happen for you. And suddenly you're like, wow, I can do this. When I get to some other planets, you know, even in my own friend's chart, my spouse's chart, I've seen this working where other planets and things represented by those planets came in and then gave them idea and suddenly inspired them to do something. Even though it wasn't something big, but it's perpetuated their career into a constant flow. Also shows, especially for a man, through marriage, your network circle will increase, support system will increase. Will gains happen or not? That's a quite a peculiar position to discuss here, because you have to see many parameters in the birth and Navamsa, and especially Sastyamsha. I'm sorry, not Sastyamsha, Saptamsha, to see what level of luxury you will get, because you have to be able to calculate the Kesha Sputa and Bija Saputa. And through that, and by looking at the position of Venus, we're able to detect, what level of luxury a person will have. Because it's differentiate for man and differentiates for women. The other thing we see is a person will get a beautiful home. Beautiful home and luxury car will come in at one point. And funny enough, I've seen this more with debilitated Venus than anything else. You guys must be thinking, well, then somebody should have an exalted Venus in the 11th house. Exalted Venus, I've actually seen more, or just lack thereof, luxuries and all that. But again, like I said, you can't detect it from just this one position. You have to look at 4 or 5 different things. And the time period, of course. But I'm just letting you know that I've seen debilitated Venus give huge wealth in marriage, give huge assets in marriage. Not through in-laws, just a person's life just improves through marriage. But there has to be, and again, it's so, the position that I'm giving is a very neutral position. And there will be gains of that, but it really depends upon how other planets are connected to Venus in Navamsa, regardless of the house. So if let's say Saturn is 6th from Venus, Jupiter is 9th from Venus, Mars goes 12th from Venus, all these things are painting a beautiful picture, which of course will take 4 or 5 hours just to explain with every position there, every combination, if probably even more, and at the same time, debts get paid off. Your spouse helps you to pay your debts off. And you will be getting big debts. You will be getting on big debts. So that also you have to be careful of that. After marriage, suddenly loan offers come in. Oh, you want a $300,000 loan for your business? Here, take it. If you were getting, let's say, $4,000 or $5,000 credit card offers, after that you get $30,000 offers. In the same way, like after I got married, I used to get like $3,000-$4,000 offers. As soon as I got married, I get up to $50,000 to $60,000 credit card limit. And right now I probably have $200-$300 of debt, because I was smart enough to not make these stupid mistakes as we all do in our past. But I'm not saying that I have this position, but it's the similar type of scenario. So, that's what Venus does in the 11th house of your D9 Navamsa. And as always, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. And if you want to know where your Venus is, all the information on astrology, check out the links here. Otherwise, we're going to see you tomorrow.